Hello and welcome to this Travel Daily News interview. Today I'm with Ravi Chandran, the Head of Commercial Affairs for Garden of Edens in Phuket. Hello Ravi.
Hello David, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for being with us today.
No problem.
Can you tell us about the concept of Gardens of Eden?
Okay, so Gardens of Eden is a real estate mixed-use project, Bantao Beach, and the concept is nature. 70% of the space is open space and 30% is the built-up area, which is very untypical for a normal real estate project.
Can that be commercially viable?
It can be, because the price points are reflected in the 30% and hence the commercially viability. What makes the project unique is that open space and gardens and wetlands and just the general location and amenities, restaurants, they'll have a wellness centre, recreational facilities, parks, 73 rai of land.
Oh my goodness, it's quite a large development, isn't it? What sort of investment are you putting in there? I heard a figure floating around of 600 million US dollars.
It's 11 billion baht is the total investment. Now, I don't know in that US dollars.
That's big.
It's about 350 million, I think.
And are you developing the site and project in phases?
Yes, so phase one is the 141 units. And phase two is just over 1,000 units, and phase one should be complete by 2026, end of 2026.
Given the global scenario that we're in at the moment, with inflation, economic woes globally in parts of the world, and political instability, do you see that there's a growth potential in the ultra-luxury property market?
Well, funny enough, what's been happening since COVID, the post-COVID, people are now not looking at saving pennies. They're willing to spend more on luxury property markets as long as they feel that lifestyle. If they have a lifestyle, they have space, nature, and it's more of a wellness play. Before, pre-COVID, people would think about having Ferraris and Rolex watches. Now people are more interested in what they can do with their time, what space they can find, and the quality of a product where they live in.
Are your customers likely to buy as an investment or as a usable second home?
Okay, I think the trend now is moving towards a first home. Of course, there's, I would say, 50% would be investment, but 50% will come to live. Merely by the fact Phuket now has more international schools, more international hospitals. Enrollment into schools has gone up by over 200% in the last 18 months. So people now, that shows that people are coming to live as a first home.
Why Phuket? You could be in the Gold Coast or you could be in south of France.
That's a good question. I guess Phuket, of course, Gold Coast has lovely beaches. Phuket has always been known for its beaches, its food, its people. But now with the infrastructure of hospitals, schools, shopping centres, people now using that, why not go to live in Phuket? And its accessibility, airport, it's very easy to get to Europe, Australia, Middle East. So Phuket's becoming more and more internationalisation.
Tell me something about the site. We know the location is Bantao, but is it a developed area?
Oh, so the site is undeveloped. It's a stone's throw away opposite a beach, Bantao Beach. It's a lovely stretch of road, and there's other sites next to it, other developments next to it, but this stands out because of its depth. The 73 rai goes right behind and space behind it. So the site will be developed over the next 2 years.
Can I ask the important green word, sustainability? Have you built that into the project?
So Martin Peleros, the designer, is working with a top environmental team to maintain the owners. One thing of the developers are very, very, very strict that this has to be a green project, sustainable project, hence the 70% of open space and the less built up area. So it's been built in, yes.
And what about the design for the mature market?
Yeah, there's spaces there for senior living, definitely. There's not lots of stairs. The buildings are very compact and easy accessible. Ground floor, even the second floor, the lifts, and I'm over 60, so hopefully we can both live there one day.
I did my research online. Somebody wrote an article and said these fabulous units, and there was this big text for rent. So what's the concept? Are you selling where people have ownership? Is it timeshare? Is it a long-term rental lease agreement? What's the deal?
So I don't know where you saw that. It's not timeshare. We're selling freehold and leasehold to live. Now, there will be a rental component if you want to rent your unit out.
Fantastic.
For a certain amount of period. There will be a rental scheme which is being devised, and there'll be a rental component, yes, if you choose to.
Yeah. I'm teased, I'm interested, I might buy. But do you have a sales office? Where can I go and where can I see?
Okay. Well, I think we're going to the sales office after this, but in any case.
The audience isn't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
The sales office is in Bantao Beachfront. It's opening today officially.
And at that sales gallery, you're going to launch the initial sales of phase 1.
And phase 2.
And phase 2, okay. So you mentioned earlier, phase 1 is 141 units?
141, correct.
Yeah. And that's low rise, it's not like a tower looking up.
No, it's low rise.
And what does phase 2 entail?
Phase 2 entails at the back portion of the land across the river, a little river, entails 7 floors, buildings, office buildings, restaurants, wellness centre, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So all those facilities for the lifestyle, basically. And obviously there'll be the swimming pool.
Yes,
and the
swimming,
club,
kids clubs, gymnasium, everything.
And where do you see your core buyer markets coming from? Real estate at the moment in the ultra luxury market seems to be Russia, China.
So I agree. Russia, China, Europe, England, Germany, France, and the Middle East, UAE.
Is there anything in wrapping up that you'd like to highlight as key unique selling points for Gardens of Eden?
For me, the Gardens of Eden, the unique selling point is the 70% open space, green space. I don't think there's been another project like it.
I thought there was a typo, because normally it should be 70% on the mixed-use development and 30% if you're lucky on space.
I think that is the unique selling point, because it's the other way around. It's 70% on the open space and 30% on the built-in.
Fantastic. On behalf of Travel Daily News Asia Pacific, I congratulate you on the launch of Gardens of Eden. Thank you for this exclusive interview.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Ravi. And thank you for watching.